Most people completely misunderstand how easy it is to legally start a company in Kazakhstan, and because of that misunderstanding, they either avoid one of the fastest growing business hubs in Central Asia, or they enter it completely unprepared and get stuck in paperwork delays they never saw coming. And that is exactly what happened to Daniel, a 38-year-old entrepreneur from Austin, Texas, who thought expanding into international markets would mean going straight to Europe or the UAE. Kazakhstan was never part of his plan. Until one conversation changed everything. A logistics partner told him something unexpected. He said, "If you want a low-cost strategically located country with serious business potential between Europe and China, Kazakhstan is one of the most overlooked options right now." Daniel didn't believe it at first. Kazakhstan sounded distant, unfamiliar, and complicated. But the more he researched, the more he realized something surprising. Kazakhstan was not only stable and business-friendly in many sectors, it also had a structured legal system for foreign-owned companies, including LLC registration, known locally as a limited liability partnership, or LLP. And that is where the real journey begins. Because Daniel thought registering a company would be the easy part. Fill a few forms, sign some documents, open a bank account, and start operating. But what he discovered instead was a process that looked simple on the surface, yet required precision, timing, and a very clear understanding of local procedures. And here's where things get interesting. Because in Kazakhstan, the difference between a smooth registration and a stalled application often comes down to details most foreign founders never think about. Like document formatting, digital signatures, tax registration, timing, and even the order in which you submit your application. But before we go deeper into the steps, you need to understand something important. An LLC in Kazakhstan, officially called an LLP, is one of the most common business structures for foreign investors. It allows you to limit personal liability, operate legally within the country, hire employees, open bank accounts, and conduct commercial activity. But unlike some Western countries where everything is fully centralized and automated, Kazakhstan combines digital systems with traditional administrative verification. And that hybrid system is where most confusion happens. Now let's go back to Daniel's story. He arrives in Almaty, the country's largest commercial hub, expecting a straightforward registration process. He schedules a meeting with a local consultant named Sarah, an American expatriate who had been helping foreign entrepreneurs establish companies across Central Asia for nearly a decade. And the first thing she tells him completely changes his expectations. She says, "The biggest mistake foreigners make is assuming Kazakhstan is either fully digital or fully manual. It is both. And understanding when each system applies is the key to success." Daniel didn't fully understand what she meant yet, but he was about to learn. Because the first step in registering an LLC in Kazakhstan is not paperwork. It is structure. And here's the problem most people face right away. They try to start the registration process before they define their business properly. But in Kazakhstan, your business activity determines your tax treatment, your licensing requirements, and sometimes even your ability to open a bank account smoothly. So Sarah asks Daniel a simple question. "What exactly are you trying to do in Kazakhstan?" He replies, "Logistics and trade, support across Central Asia." And she immediately stops him. Because that is too broad. And this is where many applications start to fail silently. So she helps him refine it into something more precise. International freight coordination and regional supply chain consulting. And that one change becomes the foundation of everything that follows. But here's where things get even more important. Because once your business activity is defined, the next step is choosing your company name. And in Kazakhstan, company names must go through a verification process through the state registration system. Now, Daniel thinks this will be quick. He submits 3 name options. But what happens next surprises him. 2 are rejected immediately due to similarity with existing companies. The third is flagged for manual review because it contains an English word that needs transliteration approval. And this is the moment where most foreign founders feel stuck. Because what looks like a simple branding step suddenly becomes a bureaucratic checkpoint. But here's the insight Sarah gives him that changes everything. She says, "In Kazakhstan, Naming is not creativity first. It is compliance first. And that shift in thinking is critical. Because once your name is approved, you move into document preparation. This is where you prepare the founding charter, ownership structure, shareholder details, and registered address. And this is where another entrepreneur, Jessica from California, almost gave up entirely. Jessica tried to register an IT consulting LLP remotely without understanding that certain documents required notarization and digital signatures through Kazakhstan's electronic government system, known as EGO. She assumed she could just upload scanned documents. But her application stalled for weeks. Why? Because Kazakhstan increasingly relies on digital authentication systems that require proper electronic signatures, not just scanned paperwork. And this is where things get real. Because registration is not just about filling forms. It is about using the correct legal authentication method. But once you understand that, the process becomes predictable. So let's walk through the actual flow. Daniel follows. First, he obtains a local business address. This is required for registration, even if it is a virtual office in many cases. Second, he prepares the charter documents, outlining ownership percentages, company activities, and governance structure. Third, he submits the application through the Public Service Center or electronic government portal. And here is where timing becomes important. Because in Kazakhstan, approvals can be fast if documents are correct, sometimes just a few business days, but delays happen instantly if anything is inconsistent. And that is what most people underestimate. But here's where it gets interesting again. Because after submission, the system issues a business identification number, or BIN, which is essentially your company's official legal identity. And once you have a BIN, your company exists in the legal system. But that does not mean you can operate yet. Because next comes tax registration. And this is where David, another entrepreneur from New York, ran into unexpected complexity. David thought tax registration would be automatic. But in reality, he had to register with the State Revenue Committee, choose a tax regime, and ensure his business classification matched his intended activity. And this is where many foreigners lose time. Because tax classification affects everything from reporting obligations to VAT registration thresholds. But Sarah explains something important to Daniel. She says, Kazakhstan rewards preparation. If your documents align with your activity and your tax selection is consistent, everything moves quickly. And she is right. Because once Daniel completes tax registration, the next step is banking. And this is where expectations often collide with reality. Opening a corporate bank account in Kazakhstan requires identity verification, company documentation, and sometimes in-person presence of shareholders or directors, depending on the bank. Daniel initially thought this would be the easiest step. But it turned out to require the most coordination. And here's the problem. Banks in Kazakhstan are highly compliant with international regulations, which means they conduct detailed due diligence on foreign-owned companies. So if your documents are incomplete, inconsistent, or poorly translated, your application slows down significantly. But Daniel had learned something by now. He prepared everything in advance. Certified translations, shareholder agreements, proof of address, and business activity descriptions aligned with his registration. And because of that, his banking approval came through without major delays. But here's where things shift again. Because now Daniel realizes something important. Registering an LLC is not a single event. It is a sequence of connected systems. Legal registration, tax classification, banking setup, and operational readiness all depend on each other. And missing one step early creates delays later. But when done correctly, the entire system flows smoothly. And this is the identity shift moment. Daniel is no longer someone trying to figure out Kazakhstan. He becomes someone who understands how structured international business systems actually work. And that understanding changes everything. But here's a curiosity loop most people never think about. Because even after full registration, there are strategic advantages most entrepreneurs overlook. For example, Kazakhstan has special economic zones, simplified tax regimes for certain industries, and incentives for it, companies through programs like Astana Hub. And this is where Emily, another founder from Chicago, discovered an opportunity she never expected. She registered her software company as a standard LLP, but later realized she could qualify for tax benefits under a tech innovation program that significantly reduced her operational costs. But only if she applied correctly and structured her activity properly from the beginning. And this is the key insight. In Kazakhstan, structure is strategy. If you structure your company correctly from day one, you gain advantages automatically. If you don't, you spend months fixing avoidable problems. So let's bring everything together clearly. First, you define your business activity with precision. Second, you reserve a compliant company name through the state system. Third, you prepare founding documents including charter and ownership structure. Fourth, you submit through the public registration system and obtain your BIN. Fifth, you complete tax registration with the correct classification. And finally, you open a corporate bank account to activate full operations. Each step builds on the previous one. And here's the final insight that ties it all together. Most people think international business registration is about bureaucracy. But in reality, it is about alignment. Alignment between your business activity, your legal structure, and your compliance strategy. Once that alignment is correct, everything becomes faster, smoother, and far more predictable. Daniel, Jessica, David, and Emily all started with uncertainty. But the ones who succeeded were not the ones with the most experience. They were the ones who understood the system before trying to rush it. And that is the real lesson here. Kazakhstan is not a difficult place to register a company. It is a structured place. And structured systems reward people who take the time to understand them. So, if you are thinking about registering an LLC in Kazakhstan, the real question is not whether it is possible. It is whether you are prepared to follow the process step by step without skipping the details that matter. Because once you do, you will realize something powerful. International business is not random. It is procedural. And once you understand the procedure, you gain access to opportunities most people never even consider. And if you found this guide helpful and want more deep breakdowns of global company formation, business setup strategies, and international expansion systems, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because the next breakdown might be the one that changes how you think about global opportunity forever.